Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gamer Grudge X.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Gamer Grudge. I'm your host, Mac. Joining with me, as usual, is back in her chair, Mist.
Hello.
And we are back with the Gamer Grudge, the semifinals episode, people. So, I hope y'all having a great Monday. I hope you're having an amazing Monday at this last Monday, this final Monday on September. I hope you're enjoying final sunset, enjoying the fun, and I hope you're having an eventful Sunday with us this Sunday evening. Well, not Sunday. Fuck. On this Monday evening. I said Sunday, did I? Fuck. Let's rewind this. Hope you're having a great...
No. You don't get to do that.
Please, no.
Hope you're enjoying your Monday morning, people. Sorry. I
forfeit. I quit.
Fuck you. Okay, we'll find it. Game laws, damn it. Fuck it. No! You don't quit! Anyway, guys, we got a great show for you guys.
Bye.
No!
Default.
We have a great show for you guys. Semifinals matchup. We have the one person who's a former champion. He's in this. I think this is his multiple time. I don't know what time it is. These two have been in the semifinals before. One is a champion and one. Never mind. I'm going to introduce one.
Hey, of the people.
Okay, so people, here's John.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're ready for a more exciting game than the Dolphins versus the Jets.
Yeah, don't watch that. That game's going to be an ass whooping. It's going to be two people. If you want to see two people smacking each other in the face, go watch that. Anyway, next we have Rob.
Hello, everyone, and he is not the people's champion.
Trying to pay you a compliment, Rob, and you just throw it down.
Oh,
Trying to show you a little bit of respect before I completely disrespect you.
Well, I mean, you are a champion, so I mean, I give you that.
We're all champions here.
Yes, we are.
Except
in our way.
Yeah,
you're
we're all champions. Except the only problem is Loveless has the belt, but we're all champions. But Loveless got the belt.
He has the belt now. However, I have the belt for 3 years.
Uh-oh.
Whatever makes you feel good, Grandma.
Shattered.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to actually do that one.
Do what?
Defeat
Shadow the 3-year mark. Have that title for 4 years straight.
Scott says I'm a champion in heart. Yeah, we're all champions.
We are the champions, my friends.
Well, you are the champions. All right, guys. Except for the Jets and the Dolphins game. That game's gonna suck. Anyway.
Yeah, I think I agree with John.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. Yeah, both teams suck. Yeah, Jets suck, and the Dolphins.
But you know what's not going to suck is this first question if we ever get to it.
Oh yeah, exactly. We're gonna get to that, but first we got to get to the rules. So guys, we're gonna talk about the rules.
Wake me up when it's done.
All right, there are the rules. The rules are there are 4 questions per round. The person with the point is awarded to the person with the best argument, not the best answer. If it was the best answer, then this wouldn't be a fair matchup. The fighter with the most points will win the entire fight. But if there is a tie, we will move to a PvP round. There are 5 phases in Gamer Grudge. First phase is the introduction phase, where you just state your answer. That's all. There's no answers, no nothing. Just give us your answer and move on. Phase 2 is the declaration round. This is where you argue your points for your answer. This is not attacking nobody else's answers. You are simply giving us your reasoning for your answer. And you get 3 minutes to do this. Phase 3 is the grudge round. This is where you tear down the argument, but keep it above the belt. But, this is where you literally just tear down the person's argument. Tell them that their answer is strictly bullshit. Phase 4 is the last minute question round, where we give you a last minute question, basically either to give you a rebuttal or we have a question set up for you. 9 times out of 10, we're probably going to give you a rebuttal, but we try, people, here at Gamer Grudge. And phase 5 is cleanup and fact checking and the verdict of the round. Hope y'all enjoyed the rules. With that said, people, that awkward silence, I thought somebody was going to say something, but it didn't. But with that said, people, are you ready?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready to grudge?
Hey, Mac.
Chewbacca says, I don't kill. For rules.
Yes.
Mac, you should probably lay off the Mountain Dew. It does stuff to your brain.
It does? Mm-hmm. What kind of stuff? What? Zero sugar Mountain Dew?
I would say it makes you crazier, but no, it doesn't make you crazier, but it does crack you out. And I mean you specifically.
Okay.
So step away from the Mountain Dew.
That's why he's hyper.
Hey,
Exactly.
I need to be hyper. What the fuck? Anyway, are you ready for Gamer Grudge, people? Are you ready to grudge?
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Y'all want me to play the montage or just get this shit over with? Because
Get
I
the shit
don't
over
know.
with.
all right, montage.
They want blood, let's give them blood. Oh, montage, all right, whatever.
No, it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. Y'all want to go it, get it? It's up to y'all.
Otherwise, do you want to be a long show or a short show? I think that's what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's short
I
bust
don't
this
care.
up.
All right, shorten the show. Okay, let's go to
I
quick.
don't
No,
care.
fuck the montage.
I don't care. Let's just get on with it.
Yeah, let's get on with it. All right, so question number one. Question number one. I'm going to read this question out for question number one. So we want to know, people, what is the most satisfying ending in video games? So I started with John, and we're gonna go with we're gonna start with John, and then we're gonna go with Rob. So, John, what exactly is your answer?
The only right answer, of course, is Ninja Gaiden.
There we go. I mean, I don't know if that's the exact. When I looked up ending, this is what I got. So, sorry, but anyway, Rob.
Red Dead Redemption.
All right.
The first one, even though it's the second part of the story.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, both games do have their sad moments. So,
Yeah, they do. They do. All right. With that said, people, Miss, do you have the time?
You know the answer to that.
All right, cool. I don't have to say anything. All right, John, tell us why your answer is the best.
And go.
Ninja Gaiden for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Back in the day when computer games and video games were just a bunch of bleeps and bloops, you had to get your story from the books, from little instruction manuals. Enter Ninja Gaiden, a masterpiece from start to finish. Starts off with an epic encounter of a backstory of how your dad dies, and then you're set on a mission to go find your dad's killer. As you go through, you encounter spies, and you are all of a sudden in a deeper mission, trying to acquire the demon statues to stop an evil entity from reawakening. Spoiler, that doesn't quite happen, and the evil awakens, and you have to fight him. And once you finally get through that bastard of a game, you were rewarded with finding out that it was your dad. You have with the spirit, you defeat him. You get a chance to say goodbye. You get to watch the castle crumble to the ground. And then the person that was double agent and was ordered to kill you ends up falling in love with you instead. Cinematic moments in a video game where cinema wasn't really something yet. It's a satisfying ending for two parts. One, for being able to get that sort of ending in a Nintendo game, and just kind of setting the bar for how games can be presented. And two, that game is a motherfucker of a game. My God, if you've ever played it back in the day, back before you had like save points and game genies or what have you, that game kicked you in the dick repeatedly. Even when you get to the last boss, it sends you to the fucking back a few fucking stages. You got to get through that motherfucker again. So once you get to the final boss, you beat the boss, you get that sense of satisfaction of that you've beaten this bastard of a game, and then you're treated as well to the ending cinematic experience. And that's why, of course, Ninja Gaiden, best, most satisfying ending ever, bar none.
38 seconds.
Fuck the Jets. And fuck the Dolphins.
What did they do to you?
They're in Jersey. Buffalo's the only team in New York. So, fuck the Giants, fuck the Jets, fuck the Dolphins. Go Bills.
Guys, do we have to talk about football on here? I really do.
Well, I mean, you got 10 seconds. So.
Okay, fine then. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Falcons. Fuck the Panthers. Fuck the Saints. Fuck the whole NFC. Bucks rule. Fuck you. We got
And
two
how
Super Bowl
about you
rings.
stop all of that?
Kiss the rings, bitch. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm done. So there we go. Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback in the NFL. All right. So here we go. All right. Let's go. Anyway, I'm done. Anyway, next we have Rob.
Yeah, we do have Rob.
Rob, go ahead and tell
Hi.
us. Tell us why. Tell us why your answer is the best.
Okay.
And go.
So recap for Red Dead 2. So pretty much you play John in Red Dead 1, but you don't get to John from Red Dead 2 till after Arthur dies. Then you take over as John. So John bought a land, built a house with him and his uncle for his wife and his child. I don't even think they're married, but to hopefully get away from all that gang life from Dutch. So the start of Red Dead 1 is, you're playing as John, and the whole story is the agent comes, kidnaps your child and the missus, wants you to take out the rest of the Dutch gang for your freedom. So John does that. He tracks down all the old Dutch gang members that he was involved, successfully kills them, was set for Dutch. Dutch pretty much killed himself. But then after all that, they did get the missus in the son back, and they thought that it's going to be a very peaceful, out of doing the gang life, out of doing just killing, because he just wants to live his life. He doesn't want to do all that killing and robbing banks, and he wants to he just wants something great for his son and for his family. He just wants a great life for them. So later on into the story, the agent pretty much comes to the farm, totally ignores the agreement they had. So what did John do? John puts the missus and his son on a horse and let them go. And tell them to go. I'll handle the agents and the marshals and all that stuff. So after they leave, John goes out of the barn to confront them. He kills some of them, but they end up killing John, Bonnie, and Clyde style, pretty much, except for them being in a car. And he just shoots them dead. So later on to the story, you take control of Jack, which is the son. And you see Jack has buried John. And I know within the storyline, 4 years later, he ends up burying his wife. Not the wife, the mother. I don't know why I said wife. But anyways, the mother. And so pretty much when you take control of Jack, Jack is pretty much seeking revenge of what happened to John. And so it's pretty much tragedy. John got...
And stop.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go. I don't even need to go to gallery mode. I just need to shut the fuck up and mute my mic. All right, guys. This is gonna put the time on the clock. You have that time, a lot of time to say, do whatever you want, as long as it's above the belt. As Trink would say if she's here, we want blood. So we want you to literally slice each other up and make it fun. And literally, if you have to...
Technically, one can slice one up and the other can shoot the other.
There we go. We could do... Well, we'll allow that. Yeah, we'll allow that too. So do what you have to. Like, bite. If you have to, use your teeth too. We allow teeth. You want to bite an ear off just like Mike Tyson? Go ahead and do it. We don't give a fuck. If you want to do
I don't feel like traveling over there to do
illegal tackling is warrant. We want that shit. So we want you to tackle them. So that's what we want. We want pain, okay? Clubber Lane, pain. All right, I'm going to shut up. Miss, tell them when to go.
Go.
Rob,
All right.
I enjoy games like Red Dead Redemption,
Okay.
stuff like
But
Halo 3 ODST, stuff like Death Stranding. I enjoy the games until it gets to the ending. It could have a good, satisfying ending,
I
and then like a
thought
drunk uncle, it stays around a little longer than it has to.
what I like about Red Dead Redemption, once you finish with the whole storylines,
Yeah, you finished the storyline. You
then
finished the story.
but most of the time is like same thing with Red Dead 2, you get to pretty much continue on to do whatever you want to in the world. I don't know if Red
Okay,
Dead
yeah,
did that.
free. That's after the game. Okay,
Right. So
that's
you're pretty much gonna
fine.
actually
That's different
try to
from an
do all the other side
ending.
quest
That's different
stuff.
from an ending to a game.
Right. But
That's just, hey, enjoy the game some more. Go find a big fucking bear and try to kill it now.
I know.
But
But the
the
story
actual
to
ending
me
of the
is
story, I would have been
very...
happy with just him taking down Dutch at the ending, even like a little double cross at the end.
I know.
I was fine. I
But
was fine with that. But then we're just like, okay, well now Jack's gonna go and find an old man and kill him in a river. Cool.
yeah, but that's just seeking revenge on his dad. So I mean, in other words, he's just trying to get revenge. He's trying to get to
Right. It
well,
did it right.
right.
I don't
Okay.
feel that needed to be a playable part of the game. I don't care. I
Yeah,
played
but
as
it stands
John.
the
I
game.
was with John the whole time. Now I'm Jack. Fuck Jack. Okay. Where was he the
Yeah,
whole
but it's
time?
Jack
Kidnapped?
Odo.
Okay, great, cool.
It's Jack Odo though, so it's kind of like it's
Oh,
cool
no, oh,
because you have
Jack's
these
older.
different... Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the
You
same
know
thing
what'd be a
happened in Red
good
Dead 2. You took over John after Arthur died. But it's just the storyline to me for Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, but mainly we're talking about Red Dead Redemption 1, is like it's very touching. It's very, it has its sad moments, and
It
it's
does. It
very
has its
satisfying
sad
to
moments
me.
and it has its lingering moments. It's like the Cranberries said. Do you have to let it linger? and
Okay,
and
but
they and they lean
okay.
and
So
Red Dead
what about
lingered
Ninja
way too
Gaiden?
long.
What about Ninja Gaiden?
What about Ninja Gaiden? You have beginning,
Okay,
a middle, and end.
that's it.
Yeah,
But I mean, it is challenging,
it is challenging, and that's
and
why you get the
most
satisfaction on two levels.
kids back
You
then
beat a
probably cannot
challenging
get to
game
the
that even
ending without
punishes
a
you at the
game
end
genie.
level, and then you just just wonderful movie worthy moment. Like
I'm just, I'm just
if
saying,
they
most of the
adapted
time you
Ninja
need a
Gaiden
game
into a
genie
movie,
if you want to
it would
finish
be
that
awesome.
game because that game is impossible at times because it's so hard.
It is. It is. And like as you're getting the power ups, you get all the way to the end. Like you feel good, and then the game humbles you. It humbles you over and over and
Okay,
over again.
what I'm
So when you
saying is,
finally beat it, you're like, yes, oh, I.
I know a lot of these kids in the past probably use that game genie to cheat to get to the ending because they can't beat it on their own.
Absolutely, absolutely. I did that when I was a kid, and then when I was older,
Yeah, but
like, okay,
what is the
now that I know what
satisfaction
I'm
of
doing, now I'm gonna
that?
play this again. Then I beat it. Like, okay, yes, all
What
right.
is the satisfaction of that? Cheat
Hmm?
to win.
Well, when you're 10, you want to win.
I know, but but you're not really successfully playing the game from beginning to end without
Right.
cheating.
Right. And we're not talking about 10-year old me versus 35-year-old me. When I was older and I beat the game
Well,
legit.
yeah, that's
Then there's
so.
even more satisfaction there. Like, okay, yes, oh man, if I could go back in time and tell my 10-year-old me that that I would have that you would have beat this game on the own, he would have been excited and also freaked out, and then it would have given him some spoilers, and we would have we would have
That and
bought it together, made
also,
some money, it'd have been all
I'm sure
awesome.
some people probably gave up on that game and they died so many times and just slip in Mario.
No, absolutely. But a game that you can't fail in, Red Dead Redemption. Yes, you can fail, but it's just going to bring you
I
back.
started to
And
say,
it's the game spoils you. It spoils you. It's like here we're just gonna walk you to the ending. We're just gonna walk
what
you
new
here.
game doesn't
Here
do that?
want me to carry
Most
you?
games
Let me
that
put you on a
now age
horseback.
would
Let's
do
put
that.
you on a horseback and get you to the
Oh, I
ending.
don't know. There is
There you
some
go.
hard
Would you like
moments in
some
that game
snacks
to
while I
where
get you
you
to the
get
ending here?
stuck because
And
it's
just
sometimes it's so hard to take out people because they are just shooting you, especially you have a
And
group of people.
stop.
All right, great round, people. Not a lot of blood, but we got an argument between each other. All right, next question. You got a question?
Okay, it's kind of interesting you both pick games that have stories that kind of have oddly similar outcomes. But what would you do to make your ending more epic? Like, how would you make your ending better?
1,000 years old.
Because Rob, I can definitely answer yours.
Well, you talking about Rob? Oh, I can.
Oh, I can definitely answer for Rob,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
can
not
do that
arguing.
too. Yeah, I can do it too. Yeah, I also can answer for John too.
Of course. I wish that there was a way to be able to, but there isn't really a way to be able to like successfully save John. But I wish that there was some way that Jack wouldn't go down the route that he did, which is fine. I mean, it's because his dad was someone who like, all that killing and stuff. So I mean, John taught, he was into that game and all that stuff, and that's how he got into all that, the bad mercy of that thing. But I believe that the game ending would have been like a lot better if Jack would just not try to seek revenge and pretty much try to like take care of the farm and like have a peaceful life. And I know that's probably not something that's like exciting, but it would be satisfying for a good ending that doesn't involve violence. But I know most people likes the violence, but maybe Jack found someone lovely. They end up getting married. They took care of the farm. They take it over and, have kids of their own and just, visit the grave of the John and the mother.
All right.
But I think that's, yeah, probably not what Miss would have in mind, but
Maybe. I don't know. Personally, I'll tell you mine's in a minute. But Saddleberg had to go to John. What do you have to say, John? What's yours?
No, I was trying to think because wraps everything up in a nice little package. If we could add anything to it, I guess more like as you're going through the credits, it's just kind of just showing like bits and pieces of like the scenes that you saw throughout the game. I think if they instead of that, if they gave you like some more epilogue moments, just like where the characters ended up, like how they ended up doing, like even like Ryu and Irene, like how they ended up. And the other thing I thought of, it's a little tough because back in the day you didn't know, like you put out the game, you don't know if you're going to get a sequel. You don't know if you're going to get a green light for to make another game until it absolutely does well. If they could have put something in there like some sort of like teaser like they do nowadays in a lot of cinema, especially like stuff like say like Marvel and spoiler to what could possibly happen in a sequel. Something like that would be cool too. Something to whet the appetite for the next game in the franchise. But of course, it's when you're looking back and you got those extra games, 2 and 3 on the NES. You didn't know you were going to get those until we got them.
Okay. All right. Cool. Miss, what you got for facts?
Thing is, they were pretty spot on. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up anything involving a game ending unless you just didn't play the game.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Um, I'm gonna go first on this one. Uh, let's see. You both come up with some compelling arguments. Um, you know, John, John, you're correct. It's satisfying because the game is hard as balls. It's tough to beat. It is very, very tough to beat. It's super hard. You're talking to somebody who actually played Ninja Gaiden, and it is tough as balls to beat that damn game. Um, and beating that game and then it's satisfying. Um, Rob, you're correct. That ending is heartbreaking, and is a great use of cinema for video games. It's one of the greatest ending in the video game in video game history because of the way he went out and the fact that his son got his revenge, which was really interesting. Um, both of you did knock each other down. John, John, you're correct. There are some, it is holding your hand. The gameplay is holding your hand. But also, Rob, you're correct. I'm in the same boat. I'm one of those people. I did not beat Ninja Gaiden. I did not beat any of the NES Ninja Gaiden, and yet I know the ending. And I don't know I never knew the ending, but I knew the ending because people spoiled it for me. But I have not beaten the game. Yeah, if you want proof, I have not beaten Ninja Gaiden 2. Got to the end, but I still haven't beaten it yet. With this, I'm gonna give it to Rob because while I agree with you, John, yours is a ending and it's a ending. It's a satisfying ending because you beat the damn game. However, the fact that like it can be spoiled, the fact that you're not getting satisfaction of it, the satisfaction is it has to be you beating the damn game. That's the satisfaction. Where Rob's is more of just literally cinematic. Like you're getting a cinematic ending to that game. So I'm going with Rob. This.
Okay, so I am also in the same boat where I have played Ninja Gaiden, never completed it, but I knew the ending because not because it was necessarily spoiled, but because it's a ninja game about revenge. Duh, I
Duh.
know what the ending's gonna be.
Yeah. An alien.
uh, but I do get your point about when you do play a hard game and you do get to that end many times, it is actually satisfying. Because I have played a game that was hard, I got to the end, and I was actually mad at the ending because all it was the end, and that's it. I'm not gonna say what game that is, but that game pissed me off.
Was
Well,
it
there's
Friday
a
the
handful.
13th?
There's a handful of games you can say
Was it
that
Friday
pissed
the
me right
13th?
off.
No, it was
Oh,
not Friday the 13th.
damn.
But yes. However, I get your general point about how that can be a satisfying end. However, when I played Red Dead Redemption, I really found that one satisfying because I was actually trying to figure out how to save John. I really was. And I'm like, there's no way. Oh my gosh, there's no way. Like, I was so invested that it was almost like I forgot I was playing a video game. And so the satisfying part was honestly playing as Jack and getting that literal last shot. That made me so happy. So I'm going to go with Rob. And to answer the question I asked before, you are right, Rob. There should have been more with John, or with Jack, I mean.
Yeah.
There should have been, because I kind of wish you could have done more and he wasn't just a John clone. You know, after the credits roll, he was just basically John, you know.
Nah, I wanted. I was going crazy. I wanted the Michael Bay ending. I wanted explosions and him literally just lighting like fireworks and all the other shit. You know, that's me. But you know, look.
But I mean, like, I think that was a good ending, and what kind of
Yeah.
did mess it up. And this isn't a hit at Rob. Rob, you once round. But what messed it up for me was when they came out with Red Dead Redemption 2, just for it to actually be a prequel.
Yeah.
Like that messed
Yeah.
me up because I'm sitting here like, yes, we get to continue with Jack, and it's like, no, not at all.
That's all. It's Arthur.
And I love Arthur. Arthur's my boy, but
Yeah.
it was kind of like y'all didn't need to do that. That jacked me up so bad.
Yeah. But
If they could have done if they could have changed it around a little bit, like you made like Red made 2 a sequel, and like just end it with Jack picking up, like Jack picking up the gun,
Yes.
and then like maybe just like a time, like a time, it's like a quick time skip, like say then now he's like older. And then you're like, oh my God, the cycle's complete again. Holy shit, here he comes. And then you'll put all that in the sequel, just the hunt for the government man. And then yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
anyway, what they're saying in the chat.
You already know because you've been talking in the chat.
Oh, I have. I'll go ahead and read. Some of the other answers are Final Fantasy X. I don't know, Mario for some odd reason. Borderlands.
I just did that just to make you mad.
I know. I just ignored it.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 has a good ending,
Borderlands
too.
2. Borderlands 2. It's Praise to Choo Choo. I don't know who the fuck is Choo.
Hey, Xenogears.
Xenogears, I guess. Xenogears.
Because if you play Xenogears, you know who Choo Choo is.
Yeah, Choo Choo. Yeah, Choo Choo. Anyway, yeah, those are the answers. Final Fantasy X is a good ending. I'm surprised nobody picked it.
Yeah, I mean, my only argument would be it gets totally undone in not Xenogears, in Final Fantasy X2.
Yeah, that game sucks. And Franny's here; she will literally defend the shit out of it. She would defend that with every fiber in her being that you better not be talking shit about that game. That game's awesome. She's probably in here lurking, knowing her. So oh hell.
She probably is.
She probably is lurking. She's like, that game is awesome. But yeah, I really don't like. I think X2 is not that good. But we already had this discussion before. But anyway, going to question number 2, people. So Rob, you got question number 1 done. All right, I guess we're back. We broke back stream. We're back. We're back.
Oh, now we're back.
Oh, we're back. We're back, people. Sorry, I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden messed up on here. All right, so going to question number 2. I ain't do nothing. Anyway, question number 2. Miss, why don't you read this?
Okay, I'm going to read it as it should have been written, but what game has the best, what RPG game has the best combat system?
Now, see, that makes better sense than what I got.
Okay, well. All right, so this time we're going to start with Rob. Rob, what is your answer?
Disgaea.
Disgaea. Can we get it? Oh, wait a minute. Wrong one. There it is. All right. John?
Persona 5.
Persona 5. Great. John, now tell us why. This is going to tell
Rob.
you. Rob.
He had a
Say John.
50-50 shot.
Yeah,
Say
I
John
messed
had-
up. I fucked up. Rob, tell us why your answer is the best. This is going to go. Tell you when to go.
Oh, go, because I hit the button by accident.
Uh-oh. Okay, so Disgaea is pretty much probably my second favorite RPG besides Secret of Mana. But what I like about Disgaea's fighting battle system is the fact that it is a tactical-based RPG combat system. So pretty much what it is you have your characters. The main character, of course, is Lahore. I can't say his name right. But anyways, he is a demon overlord that is trying to take his dad's spot on the throne. But the system is you have your characters and you have this one little area that has all your characters in it. So you take them out one by one. I think you only limit to like 4 or 5 characters at a time on the map to take out your enemies. And you will give them certain actions, spells, different type of attacks, action spells, and heals and all that stuff. And what's good about the system is if you made a mistake before you confirm or before you click to actually do the action, you can actually cancel it and go back and then redo. Another tactic you can possibly do is you can take one guy out, take him over to heal, have him heal, take him back to the beginning, put him back out, and put him where he wants to go to battle the other guys. And so once you have all your people like planned out who's going to attack who and stuff, then you will end that turn and they will do all the attacks, and then it'll be the enemy's turn, and the enemy does the same thing. Now you can do different teammate things. Well, if you have all your people like close to each other, you have a chance of doing a teammate type attack. To where if you attack, and then the other teammate will attack, and you can do up to like 4 teammates. But they have to be like right next to you and willing to do it. Now you can have different classes, but it does get hard. So you're going to have to like level up a lot. Pretty much grind like any other RPG. They do have a warlord that you would have to submit a weapon to get an upgrade, but you have different levels of warlords that you can keep going through though. And you can use that to kind of level up your weapons and level up your characters, or you can just kind of keep going to the same level that over and over and over again to grind different levels. But there's also like different type of, like I say, and there's different. Each character has the amount of squares. If the character flies, you can actually fly
And
more
stop.
higher. Cool.
Shut up. All right, next we have John. John, you're next. Whenever Miss says you can go.
Go.
He's muted.
You're muted.
Yep, thank you. Sorry about that.
Nah,
All right,
okay.
Persona 5, amazing game from start to finish. But we're not here to talk about the story, even like boss fights or anything like that. We're talking about the actual combat system, which is great because as you're going through, you're getting new allies that get different abilities, and it's just a good turn-based combat. You get your choices of just a standard attack, ranged attack, or you can use your persona abilities, essentially magic abilities. There's buffs, debuffs, just straight up attacks, heals, stuff like that. A lot of stuff that you'd see in other popular games it's always worked. Why stray away from that? What makes it better and unique is that characters will have strengths and weaknesses, and it works both ways. As you're fighting an enemy, they may be weak to lightning attacks, or they may be weak to strength or ranged attacks. You can disable them, knock them out. You can also get knocked out as well. So that adds some for good strategy. Do you use this character or do you swap out with other characters? You can swap mid game, mid battle too, to use the other characters, which is a great advantage just in case you come up across an enemy, which one of your guys is going to get pounded like a tent peg. And the game also helps you get along so you don't not get out into drag out fights. Once you knock out people, you can do combo attacks on them, where everyone just gangs up on them, takes them out, and you get through the combat. You also have team up attacks. You have combo attacks. Different characters. You get a little cinematic bit of mischief as they go through and do some sort of just super attack on an enemy, which is awesome. And the main character, Joker, he's not defined by any one set of abilities. Instead, as the main guy, he's the adaptable one. So as you go through in combat, you can weaken some of the demons down there, and recruit them. Um, if you go through, say the right things, like, okay, yeah, hey, I want to join you, and then you form a contract with them, and you can take those people that you earn, you can build them up, you can just meld them together into other
And
characters.
stop.
All right. That's it, people. Are you ready to get ready for this? Now, remember, this time, we want you to see blood. As the audience said, we want to see blood and we want to see carnage. We want to see everything ripped there. All right?
I'm not even sure how you can see blood when we can't like punch each other in real life.
Well, punch yourself if you have to. Do what you have to do. You do what you have
Punch
to.
yourself like John is punching you.
Yeah, do it. Like whenever it happens, make sure we want to see black eyes. We want to see bleedings. We want to see teeth. That's what Trink wants to see. So, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to mute my mic. Miss is going to tell you when to go.
Go.
All right, so okay, so yours is pretty much a basic, what is it, like a Final Fantasy style
Hey,
fight
do
system?
not compare those two. And even then, you got to be specific on what Final Fantasy are. So, take Final Fantasy name out of your goddamn mouth.
Maybe 7.
Hmm? 7?
7.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't know. That particular combat system to me is in a lot of different type of RPG games, which, I guess what you can say is
It's a
good
good
enough to
system.
keep using it.
Why knock a good system?
I like to be unique, and I like the whole plan out your strategy to
That's fine.
who attacks who,
If you want to sit alone at lunch, that's fine. Be unique.
and that's why I like this tactical turn-based RPG combat system from Disgaea. And that is one of those unique games that has that particular one. I played a different game on Saturn that had that same system, but the fact that you can train a lot of other people with different classes, and there was also a lot of what you would call like the special abilities that you can use. There's also element features that you can use in my game, like if the character has like fire abilities. Um, really, the elements is
Fire
like,
abilities. Oh my god, that's so unique. There's never been
well,
fire in any other games
oh,
before.
I know, but this particular element really is for
Oh, is the fire
defense.
hot? Is that what makes it unique?
Well, like if the enemy attacks the guy that has like 50% of fire defense, then they take less damage.
Okay, so like an RPG, if they have defense against fire.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
cool. You're not selling me on anything unique yet.
What do you mean unique?
Fire
Okay,
resistance is common.
okay. So, like I was saying earlier, you can actually, before you end your turn, I mean, if you want to cancel a move, you can go back on that one specific character
Why would you cancel a move?
because maybe you saw something differently and you wanted to change it up. Because maybe you're in one of those type of maps that has a boss.
Okay, so it has training wheels. So it's not just gonna let you. It's not gonna just let you go forward and just live with your mistakes. It's gonna say, well, we
I
want this
mean, you can still
perfect
have the
for you.
mistakes because you can
We want you to
easily
have your
you can
special little
easily
day with all your friends.
accidentally click continue, and then that particular action you did would continue and and that guy would attack, and then you can't go back on that. And you're pretty much screwed on that move. And then once you have all your characters out that you can get out and have them all strategize. You can end your turn and they do all the fighting, whatever attacks you did for them, and then it goes to the enemy's turn. And then the enemy makes their move and then their attack, and then you go back to yours and and then you would
Also, you take your
strategize.
turns and then they take their turns. Okay,
Yes.
that's never been done before in video games ever.
I mean,
Wait a minute,
ain't
hold
yours
on.
the
Every
same
turn-based
way?
RPG, thus the name turn-based RPG.
I mean, yours is the same
You're not,
way.
hmm?
Ain't yours the same way? You take your turn, the enemy takes his other turn.
I'm talking about other things like being able to just disable them. The weaknesses. It's not just oh no, you're weak to ranged attacks. Oh, you're gonna take a little more damage then. No, you actually take them out. And if you plan it around right, you get them all taken out. Then you can just wipe out the whole squad in the one battle and be done with it and move on. It's a
You can
good way
do
to
the same
it's a
thing
good way to
in
conserve your
Disgaea.
power if you as long as you're
If you have a character that's got a very high ability level, like in your skill abilities, that takes out more than one enemy in a row, you can easily take out those rows of the enemies easily.
AoEs, oh my god, no one's ever been able to attack multiple enemies at once in a game.
I mean, every
Oh,
RPG has that style.
oh
That's the
my
thing.
god.
I mean, we're talking about RPGs.
We are. We are.
So, I'm just saying, I like the tactical strategize where you can actually strategize your map out, move your characters you want to move them, and
Right.
then if you feel like you're okay with that,
Vandal
then you
Hearts,
can end
Final
your
Fantasy
turn.
Tactics. See, there
Okay.
you go. There's another Final Fantasy game. We can tie everything back to Final Fantasy.
Okay. That's true because Final Fantasy's done it all.
Right, they have. They have.
So I mean, we can compare
At least, but
all
not
games
everything
to any
licensed
Final
though.
Fantasy.
Oh, stop. Stop that buddy crap right now.
Oh, buddy.
It all comes back to Final Fantasy.
This is not Gamer Buddies. This is Gamer Grudge. Okay. This you got a question?
It's kind of hard
I
to
absolutely
fight
do.
that.
Go ahead.
I
It really
absolutely
is.
have a question because both of you missed something in your combat system.
Oh,
Yes, you both missed something in your combat system.
what we got?
One is actually very direct, and the other is kind of like you have to prepare for it to matter in the battle. So I'm going to give you a chance to figure out what in the world I'm referring to in terms of your combat systems.
This is great.
Don't worry, if you get it wrong, I will fact check it because I'm like, wow, they both missed something.
I mean, that's very super. I realize it's intentionally vague. I mean, one thing I didn't touch. I talked about finite resources a little bit. You only have so many bullets in your gun, only so much magic, so you got to play
Yeah.
with that.
I mean, I got all the long range weapons, the short range weapons, the mid range weapons, the magic. The fact that mine's a tactical, so you move spaces, and they only have certain amount of spaces that can go. They can't like run free.
Oh, Rob, you are getting so close. You are on the right track.
So you have that amount of spaces for each character can go further. So each character cannot go up. Like if you build a cliff, if your character doesn't fly, it can't go up the cliff. The character that cannot fly will have to go pretty much. You have to find around the cliff to get to the enemies up top. Or you can use your long range weapon, your bow, your gun, or whatever you have, and shoot them from below if you can get to that range, because each weapon also has a range from a squares of distance, just like your character has that distance squares as well. But a flying character can pretty much go up cliffs.
Okay, that's not what I was looking for, but I will fact check it. John, do you know what I'm referring to? Because you were kind of close with when you said the word resources. It is a type of resource.
Are you talking about like the day mechanic of the game, or like how much time you have to complete a mission, or?
I mean, that is one, but no, that's actually not what I was referring to.
Yeah, because that's not part of the the combat system. That's a game mechanic, which is a little different. Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna slap myself when you mention it, I guess. But let's hear it. What are we missing?
Okay, Rob, let me start with you. What if I said the word colors? Or color spaces?
Yes, there is different color spaces.
And John, what if I said fusion and guillotine?
I mentioned being able to combine the characters together at least.
Okay, you say characters, but that's not really exactly it. Is
Like the demons, the personas that you conquer.
there you go. That's what I was looking for.
Fuse them together,
yeah.
combine them to make new ones.
And I also forgot to mention you can actually pick up and throw my characters. But
Wait, they have stands? I'm playing.
for like long range, try to get somewhere. But yeah, there is different color squares, and the color squares also is recommend to how far you can go. But that's the color squares.
JoJo! Oh, sorry, I just wanted to say that.
But yes, so yes, you both got it after I said kind of the key words here.
Yeah. Showstar!
Because it does actually play into your combat system. It might not be like the end all be all, but it does play into it.
There's a lot more mechanics in the Disgaea, because there's a lot more like stats and stuff like that. But I didn't think stats would matter in the battle system.
Right. But other than that, you guys were pretty spot on with what you said.
All right, Miss, you started off. You thought
Okay, cool. Because I have, in fact, played Persona 5
We know.
many times.
I know.
And I played Royal. And I played, oh gosh, what's the other one called? Tactica. So I do, in fact, love the Persona series. Plus, I love Atlas games because I also play Catherine. And Catherine Full Body.
Yes. Hell yeah.
While I've never played Disgaea, I have definitely seen the anime and I knew of it, but I have played a similar game called Suikoden, which I have talked about many times.
Yep.
So this one is kind of difficult for me because I do love tactical RPGs, and technically both of them kind of fall under tactical RPG. But Disgaea clearly is like the definitive tactical type RPG. But I think what I love more is Persona has a way of doing their combat system where it's very smooth. Like, even, I mean, the theme of the game is smooth, it's stylistic, and I love that about the Persona fighting system, because the other thing I love about the fighting system or combat system is if you find an enemy's weakness, you get an extra turn. So you can keep this going. You can keep the chain going until you can't, basically. Which I always was like, that is actually a cool mechanic that you, in fact, can keep it going. You can pass your turn between characters and keep it going until you can't anymore. So for that, I'm going to give it to Persona because I do think it has a little bit of take on the RPG combat system.
Okay. Cool. So here's the thing. The reason why I went with this first, because I know nothing about either of these games. I have not played. I know about Persona. I heard of Persona. I have never heard of the saga. I argue that if you're talking about tactical RPGs, I mean, I think of Shining Force because Shining Force is a tactical RPG, which I played. In that instance, I love Shining Force. I feel like Shining Force. If I want to go by that statute, then yes, that's a fun way to play the game. However, I had this argument about tactical RPGs with Mist, and just to piss her off, I'm just gonna go with Persona 5, even though it's not pissing her off because she loves Persona. So it's really is a standard still. I could go with Persona, or I could just go and say, "Hey, fuck you, Suikoden," because I really didn't want you to pick it on that list. And I'm a little bit upset still that mine didn't make that list, and Snake Eater should have made that list. We're still pissed about that. But anyway, getting back on track. The reason why I'm going with Persona 5 is the system seems more interesting from what I've been hearing. There's a lot more with it. Not saying that it's not saying that the thing is fun. I'm just saying that I played something similar to it, and if it's just like it, then I'm cool. But I feel like with Persona, it feels like it's that plus that, 10 times that. That's what it sounded like. So with that, I'm going with Persona 5.
Also, if it makes any difference, combat does go a lot faster.
What, in the singer?
Persona, it goes a lot faster.
Yeah. I just felt like that was the better one, just by argument, But all right, yay! So, ordered her saying in the chat list.
What did you do, Mac?
I ain't do shit.
And then Rob says, refresh, and then hello, Elfie.
Yeah.
Refresh? I didn't do nothing.
No, it's saying refresh the stream.
Okay. Oh, Scott said, what did I do? No, nothing. All right. Well, guys, now we're tied again. We're tied.
You mean again?
Yeah, again because
We're just on question 2.
I mean, we're on
Hey, we were
question.
tied at the beginning at 0-0.
Yeah,
Oh
0-0.
yeah. Well, you know.
Well, well. Here we are.
Also, John, I have a specific question for you.
You?
Now, when I fought you in the finals, I think year before last, Persona 5 was in fact one of my answers. Is that just a coincidence, or did you actually take my answer?
Coincidence.
Because your answer was Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Yep.
Which was bullshit.
Nope. I thought about it as I was thinking about the answers.
The only reason you won that answer,
Persona 5.
the only reason you run that answer is because the person that's not here, Franny. Well, she's probably here. She's lurking. Franny picked it because she just couldn't stop daggone slobbering over that damn game. That game is awesome. It's good. And it's the best game of the year. When it wins game of the year, fuck you, man. Okay, I remember that.
What I do find that's funny is the fact that I didn't argue you on that one, but I did take a moment to actually talk about the combat system the same way you did.
Yeah, that is funny. All right, question number 3. I will read this one. So, guys, we want to know what is the best game? What is the best underwater game? I went with John. I went with Rob.
Yeah, it's back to John.
It's back to John. So, John, what exactly is your answer?
Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boys, just cheer up. Whoa, here she comes. It's Man-Eater.
Oh, the shark game?
Yes, it is in fact Man-Eater.
Okay, cool. Man-Eater. Okay, cool.
He was like, "Oh, the short game."
Oh, I thought it was just the song. Okay.
All right. Rob.
BioShock.
BioShock.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. BioShock. All right. All right. John, tell us
what?
Tell us why Tell us why Man-Eater is the best underwater game. This will tell you to go.
Bonus if you do it in Hall & Oates theme songs.
I don't have the voice to do all that. And I don't know enough about Hall & Oates other than Man-Eater, so sorry.
By the way, the clock is going.
Okay. The shark. Nature's underwater apex predator. When in the water, the shark is unstoppable. Games before have tried to make underwater things a reality. You've had divers, you've had dolphins, you've had submarines, but none captures the raw underwater majesty that is the bull shark. Enter Man-Eater. You start as a baby shark, a baby bull shark, ripped from its mother, developing an arch enemy when you're not even a day old, but getting a taste for an arm, for human flesh. You've been scarred by your mortal enemy, your life vendetta. Now you must travel the underwater venues, eating to survive, eating to grow, eating to kill. And as you go through, you prove yourself the apex predator by destroying other underwater things, going on land briefly to eat humans, and eventually getting the revenge against the person who destroyed your family. Throughout the game, you can also take out apex predators to prove yourself the apexiest of them all. So yes, that is why Man-Eater A game about a shark is the game that you need to play when you want underwater adventure. And you need to kill, kill, kill. How much time do I have left? Excellent. That's a minute of shark facts now, because sharks are so goddamn cool. Sharks are cartilaginous, which means their skeletons are made out of cartilage instead of bone. And they have eyelids as well. They must always be swimming forward. Well, a majority of them must be, so they can push water through their gills, or else they will die. So they never sleep. They're always just waiting for the next meal. They've been living in Earth's oceans for about 450 million years. By the way, oceans, you say? There are sharks in every ocean. It's a fact. And also, a shark can go through 30,000 teeth in their lifetime. They have about 40 to 45 teeth in 7 rows. Yes, a dentist's dream is in fact a shark. And the oldest known species of living shark
And
is the
stop.
goblin shark.
All right. Rob, you're next.
Are you ready to talk about sharks some more?
I don't know about sharks, but we can try our best.
Well, do what you can in 3 minutes. Go.
Oh boy. All right. So Bioshock. You are a person who was on a airline that crashed into the ocean. You're the only survivor, and you go to a lighthouse and you go down underground to a city, underwater city. I forgot the name of it already. But in this city, you have this thing called, I believe, called slashers. I could be wrong. But throughout this journey, there is someone that actually helps you and guides you through this journey and helps you any way they can. There is this thing called Big Daddy, which is this big machine with the big drill that protects these little children called little sisters, that if you kill them, you get their atoms, and those atoms is essential to some sort of energy. You do meet up with the little sisters, and you do have an option to either save those children or kill the little sisters. In this, we'll find the ending of the game sooner or later once you get there. There is 2 endings in this game. It all depends on how you treat the little sisters. So once you say if you say the little sisters, they become humans again, right? They're not what they are. They're actually humans. And the Big Daddy is actually there to protect them. So you have to survive on this underwater, I don't know why I said ground, but underwater city with all these zombie-like creatures that's trying to kill you with all kinds of different weapons and stuff. And you will meet up with some nasty-looking guy at the end, pretty much. Well, those little sisters, can help you kill that thing with a bunch of injections and needles But you would take that first needle and just inject that person with that needle. And then towards the end, spoilers alert, towards the end, of course, all the other little sisters would do pretty much take them out for you. But if you save all 5 little sisters, you get the great ending, which is you and the 5 little sisters will go up and live a normal life up there in Earth, not underwater, but on land.
Yeah.
And are we done?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Darn it. All right. I guess we don't need to know the ending.
All right. This got the time?
Uh-huh.
All right. You know what to do? I'm going to
Yeah,
mute my
Sharks
mic.
versus Big Daddy.
Yep. Exactly.
Big
I'm
Daddy.
going to mute my mic. You go at it.
And I'm about to push the wrong button. And go.
I don't see how a game about sharks would be fun. Okay, so you're giving me middle fingers now. Interesting. You're muted. You're muted.
Good, because I yelled a lot. Because they're in fucking Rapture. They're fucking splicers. There's
Okay.
21 fucking little sisters. Big daddies are not machines. They are just abominations of splice of human and technology. My God, man, have you played the
Hey,
game?
I'm horrible at explaining things, man. Excuse me, but yes,
That
I knew those
there is
splicers,
no
and I
excuse for
knew.
those sacrileges.
Okay,
I love BioShock, and you're making me wonder, am I wrong for loving a game as much as I did? Just you explaining it. My God, man.
I'm bad at
What the
explaining things.
fuck? You
Okay,
make me want to
give me
piss
some
myself
break.
in shame. I will give you
Okay,
no breaks, good sir. Here's the thing
sharks.
about BioShock.
Sharks. What about sharks?
Sharks are awesome.
No, I don't think so.
What? Fuck you.
Well, fuck you too,
There,
but I
there,
don't think
there
they're
you go.
great.
That's all. That's your
Hey,
sharks are
I
awesome.
don't think
Fuck
a
you.
shark game for me is entertaining. It's not my style. I love the RPG style games of BioShock.
The game you can't even talk about properly. That's what
Yes,
you love.
yes. Hey, I was close enough. Okay, leave me alone.
I know you were so unclose to so much.
Whatever. I got the basics of the storyline down, damn it.
Let's let's
Anyways,
let's take a look at BioShock.
okay.
BioShock is a wonderful, amazing game. I
Okay.
absolutely love BioShock. That was the first game I played on the 360. Amazing game. I can't go against that. What I can argue is that I don't see it as an underwater game. You're it's a game that's taking
Okay.
place
You're
underwater,
pretty
but
much
you're not doing
by
anything.
you are battling underwater in an underwater city.
Oh, cool. All right, so there's water all around you, but there's very little water elements to the
Okay.
game.
But it's
You
still
could take that you
classified
could
as a
take
underwater
you
game because you're
you
underwater.
you could take that system and you could put it up in the sky.
Okay.
Maybe not in the sequel, but maybe
Hey,
in the third series of the game. You could go up to the sky. You could do the exact same thing. Oh wait, they fucking did. So it doesn't matter if you're underwater. If you're in the sky, put it wherever you want. That's the
I'm
BioShock
just saying the
thing.
BioShock 1 is classified as underwater game.
It is technically an underwater
Yes.
game, but
Yes.
it's not something where you're fighting underwater. You're fighting
Uh
surrounded by
uh
water, but
yeah.
you're not in the
Yeah,
water.
you're underwater fighting. You're underwater
You're not
fighting.
fighting
You're
underwater.
underwater fighting. So yes, it's classified as a
You're
underwater
fighting
game.
underwater, but you're not fighting underwater.
You're in water.
You know
You're
who's
in
fighting in the
water,
water the
in
whole
water.
goddamn time? The motherfucking shark.
Okay. I don't think swimming around like a fish is fun. I mean, Echo the Dolphin was
I'm
okay,
what?
but
Oh, all right. So echo the echo the dolphin. That's your your cap. That's your
I have played
fish
Echo the Dolphin,
final level.
and
Just
that
like
game was hard as
I
hell.
can't do anything more fierce than a dolphin.
But I don't
That's where we're
understand
going.
is why do you love Maneater? Why is that game so fun
Because
compared
everyone's
to
like,
Maneater?
oh, dolphins are fucking great. Let's Lisa Frank this bitch up. You know what we needed? We needed a game where you're just the shark and you're just eating stuff, you're thrashing stuff around,
I don't think
you're
that's
finding other
entertaining.
stuff, you're building yourself up,
I
you're
don't think that's
leveling
entertaining.
yourself up. Okay,
I don't think so.
sure. Once you get enough Adam, hopefully,
Okay.
can't remember if she remembered Adam, but you're getting points.
Is there
You're
some
building
sort of
you're
ending to
building
this
your
game,
shark up.
Man-Eater? I mean, is there some sort of ending in this Man-Eater game, or is this just
Yes.
one of those
Yeah.
games?
Yes. You got to fight two things. One, I explained, you got to find your long lost rival who killed your mom and scarred you when you were just a little
Oh,
baby bull
I
shark.
get that.
And then all of a sudden, like, oh shit, I did this. And now there's this huge like eldritch abomination that I got to take out with my shark
Okay,
power.
stop.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! It was
Hey,
getting
Mac.
good.
Wait, Mac, I have an idea.
Yeah.
3 minutes, they continue.
I love it. Let's go.
All right.
I still
guys
don't
are-
think.
Wait, hold on. You guys remember where you left off, right?
Yep.
Go.
So you build up that shark. You trick that shark the fuck out with evolutionary marvels, and
What
then
is
you
this?
just make a really
So
how you
it's
make
one
a
of those
shark
like
even more
pet
awesome.
games
You
where you
just
have
trick
to
the fuck
raise
out of it.
them.
What?
So you have to raise him from little baby Sharky
He's
up
he's
to
already a
adult
bullshit.
Sharky.
He already took a guy's arm off, so he is good. He is good to
Uh-huh.
go. He
Uh-huh.
is down. He is DTF
Uh-huh.
down to frenzy.
Down to frenzies, really. I thought Sharks was not in that type of mood with frenzies. They're freaking man-eaters.
What do you think frenzies are?
I know. I think
Why do
frenzies.
you think they have the phrase "blood in the water"?
Okay. So, because we bleed. So if they kill and take out an arm, of course there's gonna be blood in the water.
Right, but even you put some blood in the water. That's where the phrase comes. Blood in the water. That's
Oh.
that'll attract sharks. That's
Frenzies. Okay, I thought you said friend-zies.
oh
Like
no.
a
What? How the
friend.
fuck would I say frenzies?
That's what I heard. That is exactly what I heard from you.
You know who you're frenzies with? A little
What?
fucking dolphin. Fuck those things. They're little fucking
Uh-huh.
assholes. Now also fuck the Miami Dolphins while we're at it. All right, that's a fucking
What about the
callback,
Eagles?
motherfuckers.
What about the Eagles?
Fuck them. Okay.
They are not in the water at all. They're not in the water at all. So fuck Eagles and fuck the sky.
Okay,
But you know what, Nate? You
I
know what?
like the fact
Sharks are awesome.
that
They'll
Bioshock
put
is
sharks
a
in
good
goddamn
mode. It's a
movies.
first-person shooter, and there
Awesome
was
power, shark with fucking laser beams.
multiple games to continue on with the storyline in Bioshock.
Sorry, say that again.
You have multiple Bioshock games that continues from the story from the first one. Do you have multiple series in Man-Eater?
You
Or is
don't
it
need
just
multiple
one?
series. Yeah, that's something that has that's been in the world like far less time than Bioshock. Bioshock has
So
had
what you're
time
saying is
to make a
Bioshock is
shitty
so popular that
sequel,
it needs
and a
sequels.
far superior to the sequel. Third part where they're up in the sky. I fucking love that one. But once again, brings it back that you can be underwater, you can be in the sky. You have Bioshock game either way.
Right. I'm just saying
You can't put a
you're
shark
playing in that
anywhere
Bioshock
else.
1 is technically not an underwater game, but you're technically underwater in an underwater city.
Bioshock 2 is
Yes.
more of an underwater game than Bioshock because you're actually as the Big Daddy and you're actually going through some of the water at times trying to get from point A to point B. That is more of
Okay.
an underwater game than Bioshock is. And
So,
I
but
did
you
not like
still
Bioshock 2.
technically underwater is what I'm trying to say. In
Right, you're
Bioshock 1.
technically underwater.
Yes. See?
Yes.
See?
Just like saying a hot dog is technically a sandwich.
Stop.
Uh-huh.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. All right. This.
That was enough blood in the water for you.
This effects. You need to compose yourself.
If
Or
you're saying something, I can't hear you.
any facts?
Here's one fun fact. I actually dissected a tiger shark.
What?
I said I dissected a tiger shark.
You dissected the tiger shark like in real life, or just like in the?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Missed the true apex predator.
I I see.
I ain't afraid of no shark.
I remember when I was a kid, Jaws the Ride in Universal Studios. Shark. I remember
Jaws.
that. Yeah, that was fun. Fun times.
They have a pinball game of Jaws out now. It's badass.
Yeah. Best undersea game.
In terms of other facts, I was called a baby shark, man-eater. John did touch on this, but yes, you do grow as you eat different animals. So you start out as a baby, but you turn into what Wikipedia calls a mega shark.
Yeah. So wait.
Adult mega shark.
So wait. Quick question. Is it like do you actually like make little sharks and go fuck other sharks?
What?
No.
Oh. Damn. Missed opportunity.
But as Wikipedia says, over time, the shark will slowly evolve into an adult mega shark, while players can acquire advanced upgrades and customization options such as external bone plates, shadow armor, and bioelectric spikes to further enhance the shark's combat abilities. What the crap kind of shark is this?
It's amazing. It's so fucking stupid. It's awesome.
I mean,
Honestly, this kind of does. You guys were joking about Echo the Dolphin, but Echo the Dolphin also takes this route too.
To be fair, I want to say about what I said. To be fair, they did do this in another game called Life of Tiger. They did do that. I'm just saying. They did do this, the whole mating with other tigers. They did do this. It was a stupid game. It was a crazy game. I thought it was like that.
I could have picked Seaman.
You could have. You could have.
To be fair, you mentioned a game that you could have picked as well. You could have said Echo the Dolphin.
You could have said Echo the Dolphins. Yeah. I'm just trying to make a statement about what I said because they did do this in another game because it was crazy and I thought, wow, this sounds like Life of Tiger, which is a crazy game.
And in terms of BioShock, I have absolutely nothing to say because John, in fact, beat me to the punch.
Of course he did.
Because I was going to say that, but he said it in his argument.
I mean, I knew the name. I'm very forgetful on names. I'm bad with
Because
names.
like when you were doing your 3-minute presentation, I had to be on mute because I was going to yell out the answers. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what they were called. I'm bad with names. I already forgot about the names.
Oh yeah. We do not talk about any rat. Just so you know, you're talking about eagles. We don't talk about rat birds. All right. So fuck them.
Just going by. I just
Those
don't like
fucking
football.
rat birds. They're all rat birds. They eat rats. Fuck them. Anyway, continue, miss. I'm sorry.
I would say what the endings are for BioShock, but I feel like that is unnecessary. But yeah, other than that, I have nothing to say about BioShock because John did it for me.
Fair. Oh, it's my turn.
But it does take place in the Atlantic Ocean,
Fair.
which he did not say.
Fair.
So there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's still underwater.
I'm just saying, you did say the ocean, but you didn't say which one, and John didn't correct you on that one, so I get to say something. It's the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, it doesn't matter. I agree. It's underwater. I'm gonna go first. Here's the thing, John. You went out there. You went and picked an interesting game where you are a shark. And all your job is to do is just to eat people and just get big and turn into a mega shark, megalodon. Turn it big, in other words. I thought this is definitely an interesting game. It seems fun. It's good. It's amazing. I love this shit. I actually want to play this damn game. However, it's fucking BioShock. Come on, that's the game. It's one of the best games ever made. Like it's if you're talking a scale of best undersea game, you are undersea. You're legit undersea in BioShock. It's not as like, and I understand that there's other BioShock games that don't take place undersea, but BioShock 1 legit takes place undersea. You are underwater. You're in an underwater base, stuck literally with Walt Disney, and you're going through this base to literally fight it. I'm going with BioShock on this one. Missed.
Well, this presents a little bit of a problem because, as much as you guys were saying Echo the Dolphin, which I do love dolphins. Not the dolphins, just dolphins. This is more in lieu of like, what if Echo got incredibly violent? Which, I mean, it kind of does happen in the story, but he's still a good dolphin. This one is like, no, what if Echo just did not give a crap anymore and was a shark?
Yeah.
And
what
love
if Echo
that.
did meth?
I love it.
Exactly. And I love it. So I'm going with John because I'm like, you know what? I want to be a big mega shark.
Fair. That's understandable. Yeah. Well, I guess we got a tie right here. So.
Plus, you get to fight whales.
That is true. Yeah. Like I said.
Because it says the apex predators are a great barracuda, a short fin mako, an American alligator, a great hammerhead, a great white, an orca, and an albino sperm whale.
Look,
I want to fight these things.
I'm going with the question. I'm not going by what I hear. I play BioShock, and it's a great game, so I'm going with that too. But all the argument slayed my way. But I don't get me wrong, I love John. So we're tied here, so it doesn't matter, people.
Yes.
So we're gonna split these points. This is a split right here, so we're back to square one again.
I will say I absolutely love BioShock. It's an amazing game.
Yeah. Also, I'm reading the chat. Scott said Walt Disney is in BioShock. Technically, no, but
For all intents and purposes, Fontaine, Fontaine is no Andrew Ryan. He's underwater Walt Disney.
Pretty much, that's what he is. It's like, what if Walt Disney wanted to make Epcot in the sea? That's his plan. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it under the sea.
Should have picked seamen.
Yeah.
What if Splash Mountain, but everywhere?
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, guys, well, you're tied. So there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is it's tied. So that means the final question tonight, the good news is it's tied. And there will not be a PvP. Bad news is this is the final question and one of you are going to come out the victor, all right? So.
I mean, technically, it could still be a PvP.
True.
Unless you split, which I hope we don't have to split this one. All right. So question 4. I gotta say it like that. Question 4. Do the honors.
All right. Oh, wrong one. Hold on a second. Pitch a Simpsons game.
All right. So with this, I do not have a photo for this because I didn't mesh it well. So With that said, people, started with John, and this time we're going back to Rob, right?
I thought it started with Rob.
That's what I'm saying. We're starting with Rob.
Yep.
Yeah.
He meant started with me last round. So
Yeah,
now it's
yeah, that's
starting
what I
with
said.
Rob.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What's going over? So, Rob, what is your answer?
The Simpsons Hit and Run 2.
Oh yeah. Also, this is good timing for the Simpsons question. They're announcing the
Yes.
Simpsons 2 coming out soon. Yeah. Great timing.
Awesome.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you, Rob. I just forgot about that because I just looked at it online too. Yeah. Um. So Simpsons Hit and Run 2.
Yes, part 2.
All right, John.
The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors 2.
All right, cool. All right. So how much time do you usually give them, Mist?
I don't know. You make the rules.
All right. So for this, we're gonna give you 4 minutes to. Well, no, 5 minutes to explain your answer, and then me and Mister are gonna come up with some questions because you don't want. We're not going through a debate round on this. Just
Right.
explain your answer, and then me and Mister are gonna give you some actual questions on this. So just explain, pitch us your game, and then me and Mister are gonna give you each a question. All right. So Rob, you're first. Mist, you're ready with the time.
Yes.
All right, you go.
Go.
All right, so the Simpsons Hit and Run 2. So this game, I believe, should be good if Rockstar takes this game. Hit and Run 1 was pretty much a mini GTA, in my opinion, because you can pretty much run wild in Springfield. Part 2, I believe that you can easily do anything you want to in Springfield with any character you can choose from one either character. You can create havoc, do heists. You can, get in automobiles, take people out of automobiles, take automobiles, rob stores if you wanted to. So it's pretty much going to be a violent type systems game, um, GTA style. I think that it should be a great game because who likes to create havoc? Who likes to get chased by police? Who likes to actually start just bombing things? I mean, to take out random pedestrians walking down the street of Springfield. I mean, I know we are, Simpsons is all, happy dooey, but let's go to the other side of Huey Dewey and let's figure out what Springfield would be like with all of the crime, all of the heist, all of the mastermind criminals, and getting chased by the police. Springfield PD, come on, we gotta have some Springfield PD chasing us. And if you really wanted to, you can actually go into and be on patrol at Springfield PD as another option of the game. So you actually can also kind of play role playing in the game, but you don't have to. You can easily choose to be in the criminal side of things. I'm not gonna say you can do anything you want to in Springfield. You can create havoc. You can rob banks. You can do heist. I really think that they should make this as well an online available game, so where you can actually run these heists with your friends playing different systems characters. And it doesn't have to just be the systems. It can be all of the systems characters in each of the cartoons. So weapons, you have all your same type of weapons. I mean, you have your guns, your knives, your bats, and your chainsaw. Any weapons you definitely want to use, it's there. I mean, like I say, just go at it, create havoc. You got your different type of vehicles as well. You can get a van, car, truck, motorcycle, armored vehicles. I mean, you got to throw that stuff in there too. But I think that this should be a really fun game and interesting, especially if they give it to Rockstar to really design a game like that with the systems characters. Because yeah, I think how much time do I have left?
2 minutes.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Trying to think what other options there is. I mean, let's go ahead and just do if you really don't want to play the systems characters, you can create your own character, your own systems character inside this game. So there will be a creator creation option in this game as well. There will be a storyline too. I believe you can do an offline mode or an online mode. Um, I think that you can also run an empire just like you would in GTA. You can actually have different type of, drug businesses. Like I say, you run your heist, so you have your bases. I mean, it's pretty much a clone of GTA, but systems form. And I know Hit and Run One was a little like corny side of things on GTA style, but it's like a mini version of it, and it was fun. Um, but I think they can take that a step further and just make it a really interesting, really fun, detailed game to where you can actually create havoc in Springfield instead of not creating as much havoc, but add the violence to Springfield into that game.
You still got 20 seconds.
Shit on the Dolphins.
Well, you know what? Let's do that. Let's just shit on those Dolphins because I don't think they're going to be victorious at all in that game. So, boob Dolphins.
And stop.
All right. All right, cool. John, you're next. Whenever Miss tells you to go.
Go.
All right, so I was looking through the pantheon of Simpsons games and just kind of seeing what they did, what they haven't done. A lot of side scrollers back in the day because that's what's worked and that's the technology that they had back in the day. And they actually did do a Treehouse of Horror. That was just another side scroller, just with a kind of some spooky elements to it. And I was thinking, what can the Simpsons team bring to the video game world that we've seen, but putting their own Simpsons twist to it? And a series that I've really enjoyed has been the Dark Pictures series. Stuff like Man and Medan, um, Little Hope, games like that, games where they have like an overlying story where people are going through and you're making your own decisions, and those decisions can have consequences, along with like just some collections, some quick time events, things like that. And that's what inspired me for the Treehouse of Horror. What we do, we have 4 or 5 isolated Simpsons cartoons, brand new cartoons. We're not just doing rehashes of the Treehouse of Horrors that have existed, but we bring 4 or 5 new stories to video games, and you're playing those stories. And it looks just like the cartoon, where you are controlling the characters as they're moving around, they're interacting with things, they're talking with people, and each of these unique stories uh, just has their own their own goal. Where there might be something cursed. You might be stuck in some otherworldly dimension. There's some sort of like unique one-off story that's not canon, but you can still interact with. And something I like about the Dark Pictures series is that your actions, your decisions have consequences, can affect how the game ends. Whether everybody dies, everybody lives, if the good people live, the evil people die, live, stuff like that. There's all different ways to kind of get those stories, and that's what we're going to do with the Tree House of Horror. Is that with these stories, that as you go through, whether it's maybe it's a story about Bart in the haunted school. Bart could eventually die, and he could you become a ghost. But that doesn't matter to the overall the other stories because these are just fun little tales we're telling. And in each one, we give it some killer writing. So we bring on good solid writers to the series. We pen it. We get the introductions. Like we have the guy that's in between the chapters, Dark Pictures, but instead of this, it's like Kang and Kodos, or maybe we have Lisa introducing each episode. And as you go through, as you get to the end, then you finish the chapter. You go on. Even after you beat the game, you know that there's other ways that maybe Bart lives in this one, maybe Bart dies in this one. What's going to happen if you make these other choices? How can that affect the story? And whatever happens in the story, you get that feeling of satisfaction. Like, okay, this is some good writing. Like, even when bad stuff happens, it's still funny, silly humor that we know the Simpsons for. Whether someone's head gets chopped off or they banish the demon forever, and we just get to go home happy, and we've had a fun story that we can play and enjoy. How much time do I have left on that one?
25
25,
seconds.
25 seconds. Excellent. So and that's how that's honestly how I see the game. It's something that we've seen before, but it puts its own Simpsons twist on it in a way that's going to entertain you without wasting your time. Fuck the Dolphins.
And stop.
Great, great. All right. Um, so I have a question. My question to y'all too is, and you can each answer. Um, so, I'm actually interested to see what Miss is gonna say, but I have a question. This is my question. Can you? So I want you to create a new character to the Simpsons to this game. I want you to create a new character. Also, I want to know who, and it can be a celebrity, any celebrity you want. Who's going to be the voice actor for this actor, the voice actor actress to voice this character? So Rob.
That's a hard one because there's been all kinds of celebrities
Well, I understand.
inside those Simpsons cartoons. Trying to think like what would be a good option for a GTA style. Let me see. Oh, you know what?
Why are you thinking, Miss? You don't think this is a bad question?
Well, it's intriguing because I had a similar thought.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of think, how about we somehow create a character with Little John in mind?
Ooh.
Little John can voice himself.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. John.
Yeah, probably the first person that comes to mind, probably thanks to the Lego commercial. Just some sort of like new classroom character that somebody goes out camping with like a school trip, which actually kind of makes me think now just instead of Kodos and Kang hosting that we have it as a camping trip, or almost like Are You Afraid of the Dark style from the '90s.
Right.
And so we get the new character that's part of that, getting told these spooky stories by other kids around the fire, and your kid is voiced by Tom Holland.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. All right. Missed. What's
Take
that?
it. Take a Simpson episode and put an element from that episode into your game.
Ooh, good one. Rob?
So what you're saying is like any episode from the systems?
Yeah, because there's like a bajillion and one episodes, so you're
Yeah.
not short on episodes here.
So I'm kind of going with the Etisope, except the element would be a little bit different what the Etisope is. But remember the whole Michael Jackson thing, where the guy thought he was Michael Jackson, and then Michael
Yes.
Jackson voiced him. And I bet there was a element. It's part of a mission that instead of the guy who thought it was Michael Jackson, that's where we can place the celebrity guest star Little John to where you have to rescue him out of jail.
For some reason, I thought you were saying Little Chuck played Michael Jackson. Like, that would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
That's how you meet Little John. Is you have to break him out of jail.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. John?
Simpsons have had a lot of fun musical aspects, numbers to them. Like say like who needs the Quickie Mart song, um, like Troy McClure, in Planet of the Apes. I think most of all I enjoy Marge versus the monorail. I'd say make one of the episodes we throw a mechanic like that in where they're actually doing a musical number, and you're trying to avoid your character dying in a musical sequence. So it's a combination of those quick time events just to do the dance, the little dance moves and try not get hurt during the sequence, and also as you're making your choices of what you want to choose for the next lyrics to the song. Obviously, they can all make sense in some way, but stuff that'll help further the plot along, just depending on what lyric you choose, can affect the overall outcome once the song has reached its finale.
All right. Interesting. All right. Well, Miss, I know they're going to be facts. So, am I wrong or?
Not really, other than the only fact is Michael Jackson was allowed to voice the character, but he was not allowed to sing. Hence why he was not singing in that episode. However, that Lisa is Your Birthday song, there is a version out there that Michael Jackson sang, and it is actually really good.
All right. All right. Cool. Well, Miss, you go ahead and pick who you thought won.
Yikes, because I like both ideas. And I really love Simpsons Hit and Run. I actually just played the crap out of that game. I also like the Treehouse of Horrors element because those were some of my favorite episodes. I think I'm leaning towards Rob only because of the chaos. Like, because Hit and Run is very chaotic, and that very much fit the Simpsons style. Plus, Lil Jon. I mean, that was kind of like, okay, where are we going here? I kind of want to see where we go here with this.
Fuck. Fuck. Really? God damn it. Okay. We're going to PvP because I like John's. And here's the reason. He legit. I liked his pitch of literally his. Even though it's Tom Holland, I do like the way that he's trying to incorporate sort of the mysteries. Like I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark? That really what drug me in. Like they're doing each story, and that's how you choose a story. It's sort of like a selection, is like a literally select screen of what you want to play. I liked his. I was drawn to his. It seems so interesting. I could literally, it's literally a pick your poison. I love hit and run, and I played hit and run before. But I felt that his game felt fresh. It felt fresh. It felt new. It's something I really want to get my hands on. So I'm picking John's. That's the reason I said fuck, because I was hoping you would pick John, because I said please pick John, because John is,
Hey, that was a hard one because it's not like I don't disagree with you at
yeah, yeah,
all.
yeah. Because John's felt like the better game. It felt like a game that I really wanted to play. But don't get me wrong, I like Rob's. It just felt like his just put that Are You Afraid of the Dark, like took it over the edge for me. I was like, wow, that's a good call. It's a good call. So I guess we're going to PvP. I jinx us, so we're going to PvP, people. Yay.
Yeah, this is all your fault.
Yeah, I know it's all my fault. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, Siri, flip a coin. Call it, guys. Not Siri.
Heads.
Tails.
Tails.
Says tails.
Oh boy.
Rob, you said tails?
Yes.
Alright.
I got tails.
Alright, you get to go first. Who do you want to give you your question?
I know I got screwed last time when I picked Max, so we're gonna do Mist.
Alright, cool. Alright. John, do you want to go first or last?
I will go last.
Alright. Mist, deliver the question. Not in the form of what do you want to do?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go back to one of these questions. You know what? You guys got very heated with this underwater game question. And it was very delicious how heated you guys were getting. Especially since y'all were ragging on some Echo the Dolphin. Don't know why that cute little dolphin got dragged into this, but you guys did it. So, Echo the Dolphin hasn't had a game for a while. I want you to pitch a new, it doesn't even have to be a reboot, just you guys have a dolphin. Pitch a game about it, and his name just happens to be Echo.
All right. So we're gonna pitch a dolphin game, right?
At least right now, until we get to the questions.
So we're pitching it now, or we're gonna wait for the questions?
So you have to pitch, and then we come up with the questions.
Okay. So I think you're right. I think we need to pitch a new and fresh Echo the Dolphin game. So let's create a game, and I'm kind of intrigued about the Man-Eater concept about from baby to so. Well, Echo the Dolphin is not really a baby, so we couldn't really do that concept, or can we? It could be a prequel to where it's Echo, the beginning of Echo the Dolphin's adventures before he became a big dolphin. So I think that we need to do some sort of prequel to Echo the Dolphin to pretty much explain like the whole concept of Echo the Dolphin. I think What we need to do is we need to do a Echo the Dolphin to where it's the same type of, well, not really the same type of gameplay, but add like different elements to it. And the elements could be just puzzles in between of trying to go through and fight different type of bosses, other type of vicious fishes. You can easily rescue and or help a human in need. You can make friends with the humans and interact with them. You can easily just try to go and find a mate. Pretty much create your own Dolphin series, and this could have multiple incomes instead of just one basic storyline. You can take this any multiple ways that you can possibly take it. I mean, you can try to find a mate, or you can try to be friendly with the humans, or you can kind of go the other route where you just kind of just fight and survive, and not really worry about trying to, find another dolphin and try to create another family until you can have like an Echo Junior, which would be a good pitch for a good sequel to this game, Echo Junior. But I think that concept with multiple endings, and you can probably make the gameplay just as a little bit as challenging as it was back then, but not identical because it has to be fresh. So you can have that same type of gameplay, but like I was saying earlier, you can have different type of missions. This is, different type of missions, side missions, quests. You can do different type of stuff underwater. You probably even have a little element to where you can kind of like level up your character. I mean, not like full-blown RPG. I mean, it could work as a full-blown RPG, but I don't really think that a game like that will work as an RPG elements. I think it's just kind of just doing your quests or side missions. And the main mission quest. I mean, now I'm just kind of making it more of a underwater dolphin Elden Scrolls type like game now, which could work in theory. I mean, something like that could work because the ocean, Atlantic Ocean, you can go to any type of oceans. You can't just stick to one type of area. You can go to multiple areas of the ocean. You can, choose from Atlanta or I'm horrible at oceans. I don't know anything about oceans, but you can go to all different type of oceans and explore and fight, other dangerous fishes, help out humans in needs because, dolphins and humans are very friendly. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Wow, that scared me.
Sorry.
What time do we have?
I was not timing this because Mac did not say it was time. But,
Oh, my bad.
Okay, well, let's just say time because
Time. Sorry,
I think I'm just rumbling
sorry.
now.
Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can probably sit here and talk about nonsense for an hour.
It was roughly about 5 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair.
Then we'll
All right.
Okay.
John, you're next. Give him the same amount of time, like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready, John? Because you're on mute.
Am I now?
No, you are not. So go.
Red Dead Dolphin. You play Echo the Dolphin. You've ran with your pod for quite a while, and you've had a lot of adventures with your pod. But it turns out your mate and your little dolphin kid have been kidnapped by dolphin government officials. They want you to take care of your pod, who is now run pretty unruly. So now you must swim through the ocean. You need to find the rest of your pod mates, and you must take them out. As you go through, you will encounter other pods needing help in the ocean, and you can take care of those other missions. They're optional, of course, but as you're going to go through, you'll level up. You'll gain other abilities with your sonar attack, where you can slow down time and take out your fish enemies in different parts. And as you get that, you'll be able to level up your abilities. You'll be able to wear different cowboy hats. Why the fuck not? And eventually, you'll come to other pod mates. You'll have to come up with different ways to take them out. Eventually, you'll get to the last pod mate. Let's call him Arthur. Then you'll have to take him out. And once you do, you think everything is fine. You'll have your own little pod of you'll get your pod. You'll be just raising up a little fish family again. You think it's okay, but turns out the government dolphin has betrayed you, and he needs you out of the picture. Turns out he's that goddamn alien force from before. And so now Echo the dolphin is being attacked from all sides. You must find a way to defend yourself. But does it work? Possibly. But if not, then you'll take over as Echo's dolphin child. We'll call him Loca. Echo location. Get it? There you go. And then that dolphin will grow older and eventually take out the alien entity in a underwater river. Because why the fuck not? Why wouldn't there? If SpongeBob can do all sorts of weird, fucked up shit underwater, why can't Echo the dolphin? Huh? Why does SpongeBob get all of that? Fuck SpongeBob. And but don't fuck Echo the dolphin, because you fuck without Echo the dolphin will fuck you.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Cool.
I mean, he still had 2 minutes left.
It's 2 minutes of dolphin facts. Hold up.
I really don't think I can beat that. That was actually pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, I do have some dolphin facts, but I'll save it for later.
Oh, you can also take out orca daddies too.
What did they do to you? What more? The dolphin's like, what more do you want from me?
It's just fucking callback.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You pretty much took the Red Dead story.
That's exactly what the fuck they did. I called it Red Dead Dolphin. What more?
I know.
All right. So, Rob, you have a choice to boost or attack. But this time you're only going to have 1 minute.
Let's go ahead and boost. Try my best to boost it.
All right.
I know mine was bad.
All right. 1 minute. Miss, tell them to go.
Crap.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go. Because I almost put an hour on the clock again.
Nah,
Let's do it this way.
no, don't do that.
To be fair, there actually was one time I did that, and luckily I caught it 5 minutes in. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Go.
Okay. So it looks like my game element's more of a open world type underwater adventure Echo the Dolphin. Let's add special abilities as well, because you can't have a open world adventure game without spells and some sort of abilities that Echo the Dolphin can acquire. And I think abilities such as slow time, stop time, some sort of force field protected spell, healing, and other abilities that he can possibly have. I think that you can also have dolphin friends that can help you with your adventures, that you can hire or acquire for or hire to help you on your adventures.
And stop.
All right. Okay. All right. John, what do you want to do?
Much like the apex predator of the ocean, which is in fact the dolphin, I will attack.
All right, Miss, you heard him.
Okay. Go.
All right, so Rob pitched this game as a prequel. Fuck prequels. If we have learned anything from video games and from movies, you never want to do a prequel. Look at Red Dead Redemption 2. That was a prequel that cock blocked us. We thought it was going to be a sequel. It was not. Look at what happened to the Star Wars trilogy. We had a great trilogy, and then we got the prequels. At least I heard we did. I've burned them out of my mind. So that is where Rob fails, by making this game a prequel. We already have established lore of where Echo the Dolphin is now. How is he going to get to that weekend point where he was on the Sega Genesis if we make him some sort of uber power of the sea? So that is where a prequel fails in having a difficult time getting up
And
to the
stop.
current lore.
All right, cool. All right, all right, cool. I would go first this time. John won. Look. I everything he said in this damn game. No offense, Rob. It's interesting. Yeah, John won. I want to play his damn game. Fuck that shit.
I figured that.
This they pick you. We might go to another PvP. I don't know, but I'm going with John. I'm sorry, I have to. It's just a more interesting game. Yeah. This.
No, I agree. Especially since fun Echo facts. There is, in fact, an Echo Junior.
Oh, come on. God.
And ironically, it is an Echo Junior about Echo before he became Echo. So you kind of combine both elements into a game that already exists.
Oh well.
Well.
Because Echo Junior is kind of like a game for children that teaches you about dolphins and sea life. So
And numbers.
no, it doesn't teach you about numbers.
Well,
Dolphins can't count.
you don't know that.
Sure.
Echo was smart as fuck.
Well.
Echo was
No.
smart as fuck.
I've not seen a dolphin take a math test, so I
You don't know. I seen Flipper did it.
Yeah.
What's 2 plus 2? Oh, 4?
Flipper was an actor, okay? he's just reading off cue cards.
Yeah.
Well, if
trust
he
me,
can
man.
read, he can count.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, John, you're headed to the set. You're going to the finals to face Loveless. Woo!
I figured John's gonna win, but with that pitch, I'm like, no, he's gonna win.
Yeah, it was like, fuck.
Rob, don't sell yourself short. You are fucking amazing, man. It's always fun to jaw with you. So you have
Well,
fun ideas, so do not sell yourself short.
Well,
Don't sell
thank
yourself
you.
short, man. You did good. It was fun.
I appreciate y'all.
The-
But no, I'm just saying, I was proud of myself because I actually did a lot more this time. So,
Nah, you did good, man. You did good. Yeah, you did good.
The battle is over, and I love you, brother.
Yeah.
I love y'all. I love you too.
man.
Aw.
Aw.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Bugs.
Yay. Also, I feel like in this group hug, I would get crushed.
Yeah, you would. Uh, anyway, let's go ahead and get to plugs, people. Plugs, plug away. We're gonna start with John. John, what you got plug?
Hey, come to Green Bay. That's where I live. I do shows at Comedy City. Sometimes I bartend there. I'm an entertaining person. The anger is not an act, though. I'm naturally angry. But I make it fun angry. So come see me. Or else.
You know what? You scared me. You did a good job, man. I might have to come to Green Bay. I had to come to
If the Buccaneers and the Packers play sometime, come on up.
Oh yeah, I was about to come a few years back when we literally went into Green Bay and literally just the second time in a row just made them motherfuckers cry because they thought they were going to beat us again. Fuck Green Bay, forever our rivals. Fuck the motherfuckers. Anyway, Rob.
All right, so as soon as I get my mic fixed so I can actually not hold it and talk, I will be streaming on Twitch at Razor Rob TV, so twitch.tv/Razor Rob TV. You can find me on socials, Razor Rob TV. YouTube's kind of funky, but I do have a few channels. There is a channel that has all of the Wolfenstein's wrestling matches, if you are interested in watching the Wolfenstein wrestle. If you search up Ray, RAYZAR, Rob in one word, Pro Wrestling, it should pop up on YouTube. But yeah, you can find me on those.
Wait, when you say Wolfenstein, do you mean BJ Blazkowicz?
It's a wrestling gimmick.
Okay. Oh,
It's a character.
I still am interested, but like I said, BJ Blazkowicz, Frouton, I want to see what happens.
It's pro wrestling, just like you see on TV.
Interesting, man. Yeah. This is what you got to pull up.
Okay, I'm not. You find me here in GF1 Studios. You can also find me posting on DTH Games and all of our social media because we have a few of them. I haven't posted on TikTok in a while because I got booted out of it and I don't know why, but that's okay. I'll get back onto it at some point. You can also find me streaming with Frog Guru on his channel on Twitch. You can also find me streaming with Trink because I stream with her as well. So you can just, pick a random channel. I'm probably somewhere in the background.
Yep, like Waldo.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Where's Mist? All right, guys, here I am. I'm Mac. Follow me at Tampa Buck Fan Day if you want to talk to me personally. Say fuck you, Mac. If you're an Eagles fan and you just want to gloat because you beat my Buccaneers, just remember one thing, Eagles fans. 2002, we shut down your stadium. Fuck you. Anyway, just want to say that. Other than that, follow GG Game Fixers on Twitter. Go follow us there. We got a lot of content that you will want to see. Lovely content. Crazy stuff. Also, follow us. If you're looking at us on YouTube, make sure you follow us on Twitch at GF1 Studios. If you're looking at us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube at GF1 Studios. And also TikTok. We are on TikTok at GF1 Studios. On TikTok, we stream video games there because we cannot stream Gamer Grudge there because TikTok do not have a fucking prompt for us to put this show on because they keep fucking suspending us, so we only do video games on there. So if you want to watch us on TikTok, make sure you go watch us for video game content. Particularly this week, particularly tomorrow, because tomorrow Zach will be returning and he will be streaming off his video game. He'll be streaming a game on GF1 Studios. Make sure you go watch that. I do not have a set time yet. I'm still talking to him, but he is going to be streaming his game tomorrow. So instead of usually you'll be seeing a pre-tape stream of me and Eric. You will not see that. You're going to see him stream. We're going to push that for next week because me and Eric needs to get back to things and involved, so that way we're not skipping a week. So this is perfect timing. Also, Wednesdays, me and Scott streams games, and this Wednesday in particular, it's Scott's turn. He's going to be streaming Final Fantasy's 10, not X, Final Fantasy's 10. So make sure you go watch him stream that. Also, make sure you go watch our other content. Is It Rotten? Black Film Talk. Make sure you go watch that. All our other stuff, which is Film Talk or Dope Albums. Make sure you go watch that. We got Dope Albums already. We already got that going to be filmed. That's going to be pushed out, so don't worry. Look for that soon. Also, come back and come back in October. October is going to be chock full of fun. We have our next semifinals matchup. Also, we have our annual Halloween episode of Gamer Grudge. And that particular Halloween episode will be me and Trink going at it. So this is going to be fun. Mac Allen comes out of retirement for one episode. Well, for particularly this season, I'm coming out for 2 episodes. The Halloween episode and our Triple X episode. I'm actually sent an invite to a particular person. I hope you fucking accept because I want to kick your ass in that Triple X episode. So I hope to get to kick your ass in that episode. You know who you are. I hope you're watching. But anyway, guys, this has been a great episode of Gamer Grudge. We'll see you next time when we have our next semifinal episode between Bryce and Ghost. So make sure you go see that episode. It's going to be great. We'll see you next time on another episode of Gamer Grudge. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.